Were you, or were you not, on a gay cruise?
No, you're 120% dick pic.
Everybody that age, they're sperminator.
Yeah.
We don't care about anything else. We're a walking hard on looking for a hole.
That's. I have to say you're right on that one. Oh, my God.
A stiff breeze comes through the room and you return the favor.
Got her in. Oh. Somewhere on the outside of this building, there is a hole where squirrels come in.
Better than a hole where dicks come in.
Yeah, better than that.
Going down the stairs to wash the laundry. What the hell? Shh. Pizza. Stop! Stop it now! I order you to stop! I'm still touching myself.
Yeah!
All young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck dick, eat hot Cheetos, charge they phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they pussy in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
I think washing they pussy in the sink is my favorite part. The Vietnamese trade in dongs. Figuratively and literally, I'm sure.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
I did decide to look it up. 500,000 dongs is a good night for Pop's ex.
Like most women, he's an emotional thinker.
Good God.
I mean, that's part of the problem we're having now in our society is we have a bunch of emotional thinkers that want the world to, to fall in line with their emotions. That's not... look, reality doesn't give a shit about emotions.
It's my lived truth. The fuck your lived truth?
No, it's not. It's your perspective.
Kiss my ass.
Literally like, hey, Sergeant Pop, you got to turn your bear suit. I'm like, over my dead body. No. Just give me a statement of charges. Yeah. You're never getting this back. Yeah. You can suck it.
I'm going to wear this with my Russian coat.
you will bury me in this. Hey! Why you gotta fucking be like that, man?
Because I'm an asshole, and I learned from the best. I'm sitting across from him, and I'm pointing at you with all four fingers.
All right, first of all, the Russian jacket is World War II surplus.
I'll send you a picture of it, Sarge.
Yeah. Okay. I
got you standing wearing it with holding two giant buckets, like you just collected all the chum from behind the dump dumpster at the bar, and you're gonna go home and make ice cream out of it. What's going on? Drizzle, you, I don't know, dingo dripping dingleberries on my dishes? What's going on? Did y'all miss us?
Yeah.
Gleep, glop, and floop-de-doo in the house. Digital Dave over in the kitchen. And the Red Pill Rhino coming at you from Colorado, unfortunately.
Colorado.
Where all the fruits and berries are gathering.
Exactly.
Sounds kind of gay cruise-ish.
Very.
What are you gonna do?
Not a whole hell of a lot. How's everybody been doing? Haven't seen you guys in a while. Well, I saw the Popster on Monday. We attempted to film in the high wind. I still have to check that audio.
Yeah, we got to see if that worked out or not. Yeah, it was a bummer.
It's all good. Ride and roast was a good time, though. Dave, what you been up to, bro?
Just guarding masculinity, being awesome, taking on the man.
Guarding masculinity, guarded with like a sword and a shield.
You know it.
Taking on the man.
I will protect masculinity to my last dick.
Yep. Oh, you bastard.
Oh, I almost got it in the tea. That would have been awesome. And you would have been so sad. Then you'd be literally then you'd literally be drinking cup of my balls.
I would. Let's not hang on, just in case you want to get all spicy.
Oh, I see how it is.
I'm gonna block it off, man. I don't need that.
Cover the entrance to my special sauce with my brain. You should always cover the exit of your special sauce with your brain. The one up here, not down here, just so we're clear.
Because the one down there doesn't think clearly at times.
Rhino, how you been, man? I haven't had you on the show in a while.
Man, I'm just out here living the American dream because you have to be asleep to be living it.
That sounds about right. Yay,
Jesus
Joe Biden's
Christ.
America, where the economy is totally great. You're just stupid.
Yeah. I'm apparently like below stupid, man, at this point. It's a shit show out there.
The economy's not bad. Like that's literally their cope. That cracks me. Well, I know you're paying $3.80 something for a tank of gas when you were paying like $3.50 something literally yesterday. And you know, your cost of your food has like doubled, even tripled in some places. But the economy's going great. You're just not looking at it properly.
Yeah,
Well,
bullshit.
Well, 10 days ago was tax day. And right after all that money that's collected, where did it go? Where'd it go?
Ukraine. Yeah. Now, funny thing, I was talking to my mom the other day. She's been self-employed forever. She owns a wholesale shop, right? And she said, you know what's messed up is because I was showing her all these Indeed apps and what's the other one? ZipRecruiter. And I'm showing her the pay rate, what they want for. Sometimes these are like higher end positions, like dispatching or like I've seen some that are like police work. And the entry level position for those in 2024 is $17 an hour across the board on all these apps.
For police
that was the same. That was the same wage she was making in 1990.
Wow.
Yep. Oh yeah,
I've heard of that. A lot of local, like across the board, local municipalities will go to that and start taking away like funds and like retirements and healthcare. Just can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it still bugs me when, you know, you can see the reality on the ground. We all experience it every time we pump our own gas, go to the grocery store, and yet you still have these disconnected fucks who remember the economy as it was 40 years ago, and they just think nothing has changed.
Well,
I'm sorry, the just work harder line
is dumb.
It's dumb.
And it's just dumb because there's lazy people that are rich and a whole bunch of hardworking people that have gotten shafted. But I was just reading in the Wall Street Journal today, the birth rate went down to like 1.72 or something.
Oh, it's dismal.
Yeah. It's so like all the entitlement programs that all the older generations have gotten, they never replaced the population for it to sustain anyway, just based on numbers. So no matter how anybody looks at what they want to do to like vote or whatever, this is a numbers game now.
Yep.
So what you're trying to say is when you pump your gas, you're getting pumped in the ass
without lube, without lube,
absolutely,
without even a consent form.
Yeah, and it must be. I mean, they're going against the warning label they had to put on their own gas pump, which is fucking disturbing in and of itself. Do not insert into mouth or anus. Well, you know the reason why that's there is because some fucknut
did that.
Same people eating Tide Pods back in the day.
I feel like I'm lacking energy. I must need to refuel.
Yeah, that's right.
Unleaded, of course. What the fuck?
To get the day started.
That'd probably kill you real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole once they're behind you, they don't exist thing, that doesn't work on the gate crews.
No, I had an officer.
Or with our government.
A West Point officer years ago, and we're out drinking. And he was saying, you know, and as West Point, we used to.
As soon as you said West Point, I'm like, oh shit.
In a enema and ram it up our ass. I'm like, Well, we're never going out with you again, faggot.
And we're done.
I was like, so I'm like, why the hell do you do that? Well, you cut out the middleman, because your liver, it detoxes you after you drink it, so it's not quite as effective.
What could go
You put it
wrong?
right in your rectum, it goes right to your bloodstream.
You're gonna die.
And I'm literally like,
It's like, yeah, your stomach and digestive tract and liver is all meant to keep you alive
Yes.
when you do
Right.
stupid shit.
Just
I was
skip
like
all those
20.
steps.
I was 20 years old, and I'm literally.
You know what? Let's just see if we can start the Everclear enema trend on TikTok and see how many fucking Fruit Loops die from that
Yeah,
shit.
that'll kill your ass quick.
Yeah.
Hashtag Everclear enema. There's somebody out there who's probably, sucking all their final meals through a straw who thought that was a great idea.
I don't
Right.
know. And, well, speaking of that, we have a shout out for Digital Do.
Very much so, yes. Digital Do is going through some health issues. He is currently on the list for a liver transplant, and in the meantime is racking up the medical expenses by having liters of fluid drained from his bod every single week.
Lord.
And he asked us to throw a little fundraiser for him. So if you guys can help him out, there's his Cash App QR code right up there on the screen. Just toss him a couple of bucks, anything to help him out with his medical expenses. He helps us out for free with the Instagram and Facebook every week, free of charge. So
Yeah, he's a good dude, man.
yeah, he donates a lot of his time to us, and we appreciate it. We got some videos from him tonight in the Fucked Up but Funny lineup.
All right, can't wait.
There you go.
Yeah, it's been a while. He used to be like, he used to be the Fucked Up but Funny lineup, and finally I was like, hey, dude, I kind of need some other people to be able to get in here. Could you put a freeze on it for a couple of months? And then Murdoch shows up with a list of like 45 videos per email, and I'm just like, bro.
Is he the one that breaks it up into 3 different emails? And there's usually 5 to 7 per email.
No, that's Berserk Hunter.
It's Berserk Hunter.
He has, as far as like, I guess you could say the batting average of home runs, I think his is the highest.
Yeah.
Because my boy helps me pick out these videos now. It's like our bonding thing on Wednesday nights.
Awesome.
And we're going through the videos, and he's like, "Oh, Berserk Hunter sent in videos." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Let's watch them."
Yeah.
If I got to work, spend a little time with the
I'm
boy
telling
watching
you, man,
funny videos.
you're a blessed man. That is awesome.
He's a funny kid.
That's
He
good
definitely
stuff.
is. And we have an email here that we wanted to open with because there's a gentleman who wrote in asking for some advice. And I figure 4 heads are better than one.
Now, we're not going to use his real name.
Even if you got a 5 or a 6 head like me and Rhino,
Hey.
give it a little, hey.
Now, listen, gentlemen. If you write in for advice, I'll give it to you.
Hey, phrasing.
Yeah, I'll give you the advice. I got you.
Dick dinglers.
Hey!
After
Don't
all,
hit me like in the belly.
I'm the captain of this ship, and you haven't scrubbed the poop deck yet.
That will never happen.
There will no be cootie juices on these dishes.
Wow.
Well, if you're going to get cursed with a nickname because of one ad 3 years ago, you got to lean into it. I mean,
Was that?
Yeah.
yeah, that was like stream number 4.
Oh yeah. Hey, when was that Fresh and Fit?
Just like 2 years
It was
ago.
like
I
2
think.
years ago.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Mhm.
But this comes to us from Matt, and he says, I hope this finds you well, longtime fan here, and I would like to ask you for advice on a family matter. My younger sister is having a health scare. Nothing is for certain yet. They are waiting for tests, but her initial reaction was to call me and ask if I would be willing to care for her 4 kids, 3 nieces and 1 nephew, if worse comes to worse. A bit about me. My entire family knows I am childless by choice. Never married, no wife, no kids. I used to be active duty military, but now I am critical facilities tech, making $75K a year. Not rich by any means, but I'm doing all right for myself as a single guy. That's the key right there.
That's pretty good as a single dude.
I live in a single bedroom apartment right now, but I save about 10 to 15K a year, which seems to be better than most. Anyway, I worked very hard to get to where I am. I am more or less on call every day. I worked 86 hours overtime during 2 weeks over Christmas break. I am pretty much the emergency maintenance guy for critical buildings, civilian and government alike. So I doubt my work life is good for children anyway, as at any time I might get a call and be gone for however long it takes to fix a problem. But I've made many sacrifices to get here. I've made all the right decisions. Absolutely zero debt, no legal issues, no health issues, etc. Zero financial worries and no drama. Life is pretty good for me. Now I'm a bit torn. Family's family, but I don't think it's right for my sister to put me in this position and expect me to completely upend my entire life and everything I've ever worked for her kids. As far as I'm aware, she's not on speaking terms with any of the fathers, all of them different men.
Plural.
Well, there's your problem right there. A bit of context for clarity. I have only met her kids twice. She lives at home in Alaska and I live in Maryland. So it's not exactly a hop, skip, and a jump.
No.
It's a quick commute.
Travel.
Yeah. It's just spitting distance.
That's a 7-hour flight.
Yeah. I mean, if she was familiar with the term spitting distance, she might not have 4 kids from 4 different fucking fathers. Gee, I wonder why she has health issues. I don't mean to be an asshole, but I'm just, yes, I do. This is bad.
That's 4 kids. I would say that's a blown out whistle sack. Just saying.
Okay. No. I don't go back very often. Yes, this is by design. While my sister and I are close, I am not close to anyone that she is. I'm not close to anyone that she is close with. Not her current boyfriend, not her kids, etc. And don't the fathers of her kids have rights? That's correct.
Yes, they do.
She can't just sign them away to me without their say-so, can she? No,
Nope.
She cannot. I have absolutely no idea. I have next to no experience in family legal matters. Well, if the fathers are on the birth certificates and they're in the picture, court ordered, it's going to go to them first. And even if you were to try to sign over custody to you in the event of her death, it can be contested and you'd probably lose even if you did try to fight it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
So Alaska is a red state after all. I have absolutely no idea. I have no experience in these matters. I'm a bit conflicted. I feel I have earned my peace of mind and security, but it is still family. There's your sticking point.
There you go.
Yeah. Not to sound heartless, but her kids are not my problem either. So what do I do and what would you do?
Let me just go through my advice. Is it attached? I responded to this.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, no, you forwarded me, but you didn't send me the advice.
Okay, we'll do that right now.
I already forgot what I said, so I got to look it up.
I basically said a lot of the same stuff you did. So
yeah, I mean, it's a rough situation to be in. At the end of the day, she did make poor decisions. If these fathers are still in the picture, and if they're good dudes at all, they're going to want to be a part of their kids' lives.
All right, I'm sending it to your email right now, Blake. The response.
Okay.
This is a tough one to answer because you can't give yes or no black and white answers in situations like this.
No, it's too nuanced for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough, man. You sent it to my personal email, or there it is? Okay, I see it now. He says, well, it's a tough one. Number 1, fathers have rights to their children. Yep. I advise contacting them, letting them know what's going on. 2, you're well within your rights to say no. 3, the kids don't know you, so that's an issue also. Big time. 4, in life, shit's not fair. 5, you need to ask yourself a few questions. Will I not regret or be ashamed of not taking the kids? If they go to foster care, they're most certainly fucked for life.
Yeah.
Are there any other family members closer who can fill in? It's a good question.
Yep.
Number 6, remember the universe repays the good and the bad. 7, regret and guilt get only more powerful the longer you live. You must be 100% certain that not caring for the kids will haunt you down the road. That not caring for the kids will haunt you down the road. I know about half a dozen women who got the abortion option in their 20s. Now in their late 40s, they're mentally fucked and racked with guilt.
That happens all the time.
Oh, yeah. I know a chick who, dude just kind of was like, oh, yeah, he did the baby without even like asking for a deposit receipt, essentially.
Right.
Yep. And she wound up, getting the snooch hoover. And to this day, she knows exactly how old that kid would be. She always wonders exactly what she would have named it, what sex it would be. It still haunts her, even with 2 kids to care for.
Yep. Snooch Hoover. Huh?
Yep.
That's interesting phrase.
A bore. She on.
Abby Orshin. Anything that starts with an AB, we're going to have to start doing the Young Frankenstein.
Abby Orshin.
What was her name? Abby Orshin. Abby Orshin. I'm terrible. Womb vacuum
we're getting such a walkthrough.
A womb broom also works.
Oh,
yeah.
broom.
Broom.
I think that was in the list of funny names for birth control that George Carlin came up with in the 70s.
Oh, yeah?
He thought it was just going to become an over-the-counter thing, and it was going to need cute little catchy names. Pregnant. Doctors prefer embryo. Embryo. One for the ladies. Nary a carry. Something lofty and poetic. Nay, family way. Something earthy and crude for the military guys. Mom bomb.
I like it.
Something for the youngsters. Junior miss.
Dude,
And of course,
that guy was a genius.
the man's product. Inconceivable. Although now you'd have to put a picture of Wallace Shawn on the front and then a picture of Inigo Montoya on the back. You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Yep. That guy was a genius.
Yes. And the more fucked society gets, the more I miss George Carlin.
Yeah. He would
Yeah.
have a field day with what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Like, dude, if there was ever anybody who should have figured out how to transplant his essence into a computer so that we could just keep getting the commentary at just the absurdity that has become our civilization, I wish it would have been George Carlin.
All right, and the rest of the advice is what I say. Bring it, Anna.
Basically, you reiterated what you had already said.
And then I said,
You have what we call here a summation.
yes,
Yes, you hit the same points.
Yeah,
why
okay.
That's why I didn't read them.
that's fine.
But damn, it's a rough situation to be in, bro. And I wish you all the luck in the world. But I
Yeah.
think contacting the fathers and
And the
closer
family
family is
yeah.
going to be the way to go.
Yeah.
The
and-
reason she picked you is because you've made the right decisions.
well, I mean, for instance, like if something similar happened to my sister, and her kids are grown now, but if this would have happened when they were younger, and nobody else would, do anything, I would take care of them.
Yeah.
Because that's just the kind of guy I am. But I understand completely. I mean, if somebody's going to be, so irresponsible that they just, open the womb to whoever wants to lay on top of the tomb, go ahead. But, there are repercussions. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, in this situation, the children might wind up paying for these repercussions. And
Mm-hmm.
is that fair? No, but life isn't fair. And that's just the way it is. Tough titty, suck it.
Yep. These ladies, they take the vacancy sign off their uterus and they just think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
They're una for us.
Yeah, it's the Master Bates Motel downstairs. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies. No, that's not how that works, Norman. You motherfucker.
I don't know. I like giving advice to guys, man. I'm here to help you guys if I can. Most of the problems out there I've had to deal with in some form or fashion in the past, or I've seen other people go through that ordeal and I learn from it because I'm not a fucking moron most of the time.
As in most days. We all have our moments.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I've done stupid shit or anything.
I mean, there's a few times where the transmission slips out of gear and I rev the engine a little bit too hard.
Been there.
I wanted to go into first gear, but for some reason I'm in this fucking idiot gear and it won't get out. Damn it.
Idiota?
Yeah, idiota. Yeah.
That's what it's called.
At least for dudes, it's a manual transmission.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you fill in the blank.
I think that's a Japanese gear or Chinese gear called Idiota.
Idiota, or the ID10T gear.
Yes.
Jail. Speaking of idiots, though, I'm
No.
still. Battle Dwarf sent this in. I read the headline and I was like, well, we're covering this week, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, first of all right.
What?
Just read. Women are paying $500 to get salmon sperm injected into their vaginas to boost their sex life.
All right. Now let's
But why?
all right.
There's the fishy smell.
Let's just put this into perspective. That device, the Bermuda Triangle, which destroys lives, fortunes, and creates an untold pool of misery.
It all just disappears.
The women of today are literally walking across the stage in a high school with 1,000 cock stare. They are detonating sticks of dynamite in their meat hole.
Mhm.
And by the time they get into their mid to late 30s, they're literally, the equivalent of an Arby's takeout window with
Oh my
special
God.
sauce dripping from the meat leaves on the side.
Oh, God. Fear the syrup.
And
Terrible.
look, and maybe they're like having that epiphany, like, oh my God, I'm very unappetizing to a lot of these dudes now. I'm gonna have to roll back the odometer. Let's get this whole thing rejuvenated.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's fish sperm or what have you, because I did send you a couple links.
Oh, I know, and I've got my own too.
All of the vaginal reconstruction or rejuvenation procedures that they have out there.
Most of which has to do with cutting off dried out strips of beef jerky.
One of them is the equivalent of ramming a curling iron up there and letting it singe a little bit, so when it heals, it tightens back up.
They should invest. They should take that money and invest in long-term health care and nursing care, and maybe developing a personality.
Well, don't forget, most of these women believe abortion is health care.
They do. You're right. I apologize. Forgot. Thinking from the common sense plane.
That's like calling Auschwitz a vaccine drive.
Oh, yes.
Holy smoking!
I like that.
Shit soup.
Oh, we're going to hell.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, when it comes to reasoning with modern women, it'd be easier to pick fly shit out of pepper wearing boxing gloves.
And it's probably enjoyable, less of a headache.
That's
I still want to know why salmon eggs apparently
salmon sperm.
Yeah.
Salmon sperm. My bad.
Well, let's read through it. Let's see exactly what the soyance says here. I love this. Women will try anything to improve their sex lives.
Oh my God.
A lot of older women come to me and say they're not having any kind of arousal anymore. Amanda Arzapardi, an aesthetic nurse who runs clinics in London, Liverpool, and North Wales, told the Daily Mail. So we do the O shot. And they're reporting stronger and more frequent orgasms, increased natural lubrication, and greater arousal. An O-shot is a non-surgical treatment intended to rejuvenate the vagine and increase sexual arousal, and is alleged to typically show results after about 2 to 4 sessions.
So basically, they wore out their whistle sack.
I love how they put this in here like that's totally how it's going to smell by the time you're done.
Right.
Having the Pacific Ocean hosing out your insides.
And again, I'm trying to figure out how the genetic material of another type of animal is supposed to somehow scientifically fix any of this.
Well, it does get interesting. That part of it is interesting. According to Peach and Lily, which sells a marine jewel capsule from Shangpri, I'm not sure how that's relevant, a skincare line and soul-based spa, DNA extracted from salmon sperm has potent regenerative qualities, working not on the superficial level, but sinking deeply into the skin to work from within, encouraging cell turnover that in turn helps firm skin and maintain its elasticity.
So just hang on. So
this is a South Park episode.
You're injecting a substance into your body, which is going to seek in and make adjustments at the cellular level. We have a word for that already. It's called cancer.
Well, I don't know if that's correct or not, but it's interesting. I'm just wondering if one of these ladies, like if we become just genetically freaked enough from these ladies just wasting their youth and not getting pregnant, if their bodies are going to eventually evolve to start accepting this shit. Next thing you know, we're going to have like the dude from The Shape of Water popping out of these chicks' vagines. You're going to be fucking the creature from the Black Lagoon. It's not going to be good.
I think you just want to just be alone. Getting older, don't need to get laid.
You read stuff like this, suddenly Full Monk doesn't sound so bad.
Well, first of all, listen, once you get to a certain age, you're going to have to look behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I have seen what goes on behind that curtain, and it is so unappetizing that I have given up, and I make videos so you guys can learn indirectly from those lessons. So you don't have to look behind the curtain.
This is bad.
Because that's nightmare fucking fuel back there, man.
Amen.
Nightmare fuel.
So let's see. It continues here. The purified and sterilized salmon DNA molecules, officially called polynucleotides, also have anti-inflammatory effects that essentially rejuvenate the skin anywhere on the body. The fishy semen has been a staple of Korean skincare for many years, often mentioned on products' ingredients list or injected into the face. Talk about a facial.
Yeah, wow.
Gained traction in the U.S. last year after Jennifer Aniston revealed that she once sampled a salmon sperm facial, admitting to the Wall Street Journal that she will try almost anything to keep her skin looking young. That's called obsession.
Or avoidance.
Yes.
Listen, if you're here on the earth,
you're going to die.
We have a molecule that keeps us alive and kills us at the same time called oxygen.
Yep. Eventually, you will overdose on it and die.
That's right. You will rust away until you get sent back to the force or the universe that sent you here.
I'm telling you, man, it's all the bugs. The bugs that they plant all this. They're farming us. They're farming us for food, man. I'm telling you. And all we're doing is like when you lower yourself into the ground in a fucking coffin, it's just a Tupperware container.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. I like that. That's a good outlook.
So yeah, maybe the science here is sound. I don't know. The Eastern medicine obviously has been using this for several years. It just sounds.
It sounds weird.
Fishy.
It sounds very fishy. It sounds like a recipe for a monster movie.
Yep.
Well, if she's taking that facial, there should probably be no more excuses at home.
That's right.
Well, you let the salmon come all over your face. You let the salmon come in your face. Me, I'm like belly, maybe
Just
a
throwing
boob.
that out there. Just throwing that out there.
And even when I put it on your boob, you won't even lick it off. You let it all go to waste.
Dude,
better than making an omelet
we
out of
are
rotten egg,
going to hell. That's it. I've said it.
I'm just saying, like that. These are the ladies who they're so stunned that things like autism and birth defects have gone through the roof when they're making omelets with rotten eggs.
Yeah. Or
would you eat it? Yeah.
And it expired tobacco sack.
Well, there's that too.
Tobacco sack. God.
There's not enough marriageable men. No, there's plenty of marriageable men. You're just a gold digger.
Yep. And
you're stupid enough to look at paying taxes to the same patriarchy that you claim to hate as freedom and marriage as slavery.
No, I can recall telling this to a couple of older women who had no children who were playing the sympathy game with me. And literally, I look at them and I'm like, well, the chlamydia and abortion has that effect.
Bad news.
Literally, you just watch them shut down. And they run off crying. And I'm like, well, good. They will never talk to me again. I'm good.
You're not wrong.
It stung as bad as that insurance bill.
Well,
he had never even called me.
He called me back. Where? All the injections except for the ones that really count. The ones that turn you into a mom when you're, still fertile. And then we have a fan email that was sent in, and I thought it just matched perfectly with this subject. Fat Flaps Findings and Coochie Gas is the name of this email.
I gotta write that down. Is that a website?
No, it's like this. It's the title of the email.
Wow.
Fat Flaps Findings and Coochie Gas.
It's gonna be a website.
Coochie gas.
Yeah. He says, good show on the belly button. I saw Pop pale out a bit, but as far as female hygiene, I think I have those beat. Thanks for posting my story about the 400-pound pelvic exam. I have two stories. Both are good. First one, while working in the ER, a frequent flyer came in. She was a homeless, morbidly obese diabetic, confined to a wheelchair. I had to draw blood from her hip under her massive belly flap.
Oh!
I had the nurse hold it up, and that's when I saw the worst yeast infection I have ever seen.
Oh, my God.
It had packed the area with cream cheese so thick I had to scoop it with gauze.
Oh!
Why?
It was like rotting cheese so bad it made your eyes sting.
Oh my God.
God, man.
I'm getting nauseous, man.
Good times. And then he says, how's Pop doing?
Yeah.
This is fucked up, man.
That's terrible.
God.
I prefer my cream cheese on a bagel.
Stop!
If I'm going to see cream cheese spilling out of a hole.
cream cheese bagels, you bastard.
You just squeeze it and it goes.
Stop.
This is an everything bagel.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no shit.
Extra onion. Oh, just pick off the sesame seeds.
Those are lice. Oh, God.
Pew.
I'm even contributing to this horrible fucking nightmare.
This is bad.
Second story in residency, we had to do a stint in the city public health clinic. I was under supervision by a female attending. Patient came in for an STD check. She looked homeless or a hooker. It's kind of hard to tell.
Same thing.
I know, right? Pretty close. The attending told me to put on a gown, a face shield, and a mask as precaution. I thought, this is unusual. I triple paired the gloves also. PT looked sickly when the sheet came, and I was looking at the whole area covered in 3 different rashes.
Oh, no.
Each a different color. One a fuzzy white one, yellow, and wait for it, an oozing green one.
Oh.
Then it hit me like a blast furnace.
Oh, no.
The worst smell I have ever encountered before or since. Indescribable. It filled up the entire room. I thought the nurse was going to pass out. It was so bad. The attending ran out. I was glad I triple gloved. Soon all the fun was over. Until next time.
Oh, my God.
Oh. Cream cheese cootie juices.
God.
No.
No. Oh.
Cream cheese cootie juices.
Oh,
You know what that means.
I don't want your cootie juice on my dishes. Cootie juice is on my dishes. I can't do it. I can't. Cootie juice is on my dishes. Cootie juice is on my dishes. Cootie juice is on my dishes. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm going to tell you that I'm from the side. That looks like my youngest daughter right there.
I hope that the cootie juices were just juices and not cream cheese.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Or cottage cheese.
Listen, we evil hairless monkeys
Chunky.
are so fucking vile.
Ugh.
We literally recycle our own piss and drink it.
Only
On the
when
regular.
necessary, right?
It's disgusting.
If you're Bear Grylls.
Grylls does it for fun.
Exactly. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Oh my God.
So that actually got me thinking. The first story of the email. What are some other crazy shit that women have done throughout history in the name of maintaining their beauty, or catfishing, as it is now commonly called? And there's even more crazy shit than I thought. This is nuts. So you just go down the list, and there's pictures for almost all of these. A full-faced swimming mask helped protect women's skin from the sun in the 1920s.
That's weird.
That's like a portable glory hole right there.
Yeah.
Portable hair dryer.
My mother
from
and
the
grandmother had
1940s.
one of these.
Portable.
I think I have seen one of these before.
My grandma had one. I remember. I traveled with them once. And
Yeah.
literally, she would do her hair and put it up in a beehive and dry it with it, something like that.
That's the Marge Simpson hair dryer.
Yes.
Right there. Faceless beauty contest in Cliftonville, 1936.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm 100% behind this because,
Personality.
Well, first of all, if you don't look at the face, you have to really just focus on the body.
Yeah. She would make good lasagna.
Yeah.
Can't cook.
Pretty much. Then you take off the mask, and then you do that. You average it out. Yeah. Because some women they're really beautiful. They have like 9-10 looks in the face, and there are 4 or 5 in the body.
And then there's the butter faces where you got the inverse. You got
the reverse,
maybe average, below average face, and then you have like a 9 or 10 from the neck down.
Yeah, I've actually dated a couple of butter faces. It wasn't too bad.
Not too bad.
You can turn the lights out.
I know, right? Young woman holds her arms and legs in 4 water baths with an electric current to improve blood circulation circa 1938.
All right.
What could go? Just get in the tub and throw the toaster in.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't work?
What could go wrong?
He'll definitely be forever young.
Woman tans using a suntan vending machine, 1949. What?
All right, hang on a minute. That's a spray-on tan.
I think Trump has one of these in his bedroom.
I was going to say the Orange Man special.
That's spray-on.
Oh, there's a great one. You have a beautiful face, but your nose. So apparently this contraption right here,
We'll reshape your nose for you.
It looks like the dude should have had this in the emergency room for the chick with the cottage cheese pussy.
If you're not happy with your nose, just go to the bar, drink some fuck you, we're fighting right now, and you'll get it. Get your beak adjusted for you.
Well,
He's not wrong.
No.
Put it on the Jews and see what shakes lose.
I don't know. I've seen quite a few, reconstructions happen in bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
happens
Also,
too.
dental adjustments too.
The bra claimed to develop and strengthen the bust was designed to vibrate while the person wearing it was at work.
All right.
1971.
Okay. That's weird.
And at the worst, it's just
Now, what do you see in that picture?
I see a hypnotic spiral.
Well, I see women who are not fat.
No, there's that too.
Oh yeah.
Those
important.
women are not fat. Here we go.
French breast washer. 1930. Got to keep them titties clean. You could just let us take care of it for you. I'm just saying.
Oh, that is just bizarre right there.
It really is.
What the hell?
I can only imagine.
Oh.
Rita Perchetti and Gloria Rossi trying out new portable bathhouse so they can change their clothes after sunbathing on Coney Island Beach in 1938.
Okay.
Isn't that Daniel's costume from The Karate Kid?
Kind of. You can also put up a tent and just change
Right.
Do that. X-ray of a female torso with a corset left compared to one without it on the right. That just
Well, there was a lot of women who really screwed their bodies up with those corsets because that impacts all your internal organs. Wow.
Yeah, that's messed up stuff right there.
Yeah, that's no
I imagine that stuff was it Pirates of the Caribbean? Keira Knightley's of course it's so damn tight she falls off the castle wall. Yeah. I imagine that kind of thing happened a lot.
It did. That's why they used to have fainting couches.
No, there you go. Rubber beauty masks used to get rid of wrinkles in the 1920s, otherwise known
this
as.
was like. I was going to say this is Slipknot.
I was just going to say, bring out the gimp. The gimp's sleeping. You're just going to have to wake him up now, won't you? A perm in Germany in 1929.
What the hell is that?
This looks like a freeze frame from lost footage from Metropolis.
That reminds me of the show The Monsters. Wow.
Contestants in the Miss Lovely Eyes beauty pageant in Florida wearing masks to obscure the rest of their faces.
The Hannibal Lecter masks?
Hello, Clarice.
Right?
That's exactly what it looks like. Clarice.
Wow. I think they're having an old friend for dinner.
Like the first time I saw that movie, when he said that, Clarice, literally, it was like, ugh.
Humanity
Dimple
is
machine.
frightening.
There you go.
The dimple machine. Dimples made to order. 2 tiny knobs which press into the cheeks. You could probably take 2 dicks and accomplish the same thing, and it might be more fun for you.
I don't even understand why people back then thought dimples were cute or something.
I don't know. Yeah, they can be, but I mean, there's a difference between dimples and pits.
Is that a fucking clothes iron?
An actual clothes iron, yes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow. Ironing hair. I did this in the 90s, so it lasted a while. Freckle removal. What the shit?
What the hell is that?
It looks like Alex DeLarge is getting force-fed negative imagery. Wow.
What the hell are they doing?
A Clockwork Orange, you glad we don't do this shit to you anymore.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. Complicated apparatus is employed. Eyes are covered with a special airtight piece. Nostrils filled in. Breathing is done through a special tube that looks like a cack. Sensitive parts of the face must be treated separately.
So they're obviously using some type of caustic chemical to bleach that shit off your face.
I guess.
God.
Taking precise measurements of a beautiful young woman's head and face with a contraption like an instrument of torture. I was going to say this looks like a behind-the-scenes shot from Saw.
Yeah.
Or Hellraiser.
Or the Iron Maiden from the Middle Ages. They used to put you in there and have all the nails stick into your skin. And
this
shit.
doctor's like, we have such sights to show you.
What?
Wooden swimsuits.
All right.
Okay.
Natalie Wood could have used that in the 80s.
Yeah.
That would have been bad. Facial warming mat. Okay.
It looks like Pac-Man.
Now you're just fucking with me at this point.
It looks like a profile of Pac-Man.
What the hell? I eat ghosts and balls. Max Factors, 1931. What the shit?
Wow.
What is that?
Just go whitewash yourself in the snow.
Well, first of
Is
all,
that ice cubes?
Yes.
well, you freeze them because they're in those little containers, and then you slap it on your face.
Wow.
That is the
I
most
don't even-
retarded thing I've ever seen.
I don't even know that was a thing, man.
Shit, man, this was Max Factor's invention. Max Factor, everyone just knows the brand name now. He himself personally was actually the makeup dude on I Love Lucy.
Yep.
Like this dude was no joke in the biz.
And listen, back then when they tested that shit on animals, it was no joke.
Oh yeah.
There were some evil motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, PETA might have had a beef back then, not so much anymore. Customers have their legs painted at a store in Croydon, London, in 1941. We
Pigs.
paint your stockings on your legs, all shades, $3 per leg.
Oh, but here's the thing. That was during World War II. They didn't have nylons. It was a luxury item.
Ah, yeah.
Point taken.
Yep.
Tapeworm diet.
Yeah. They used to actually do that. Infect yourself with tapeworm to lose weight.
Oh, look, sanitized tapeworms. Is there such a thing?
Well, technically, once you have the tapeworms introduced to your, body, they secrete a chemical which tones down the reaction of your immune system so they can live longer.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's something to the whole, parasite.
Yeah. And the only way that you can get it out without surgery is to literally starve yourself.
A tapeworm?
Yes. And then you have to, and once you've starved yourself long enough to where the parasite is nutrient deficient, you can coax it out by, and I shit you not, literally boiling milk and then inhaling.
What?
The tapeworm will sense the nutrients and literally start to come out your fucking
I don't know.
Nope.
I mean,
I've seen the videos. It's really damn disturbing.
Yeah, I've heard different ways, like using tobacco juice.
All of a sudden they're like, and then they just start pulling this fucking thing out of their mouth like it's a magic
Listen,
trick.
man, I'm telling you, your life will never be the same once you see a buttworm.
Oh, this is bad.
Once you see a buttworm,
What
life
the
will not be
shit
the
is
same.
this?
No idea.
This looks like a musical instrument from Mad Max Fury Road.
Well, that's the 1920s, though.
1920s hairdryer.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no one of those things blows so many circuit breakers. A woman having a seam painted onto her leg to make it appear that she's wearing stockings, 1926.
Yep.
All right.
Wow. Were they such a luxury item that you had to fake it?
Well, during 1926 was the Great Depression. So
Oh, yeah,
I don't
just
know.
about, yeah.
They fake a lot.
Women who had just given birth to a baby weren't prohibited to smoke in the hospital. And
Light
it'd
them
be
up,
great if it
ladies.
was a cigarette just sticking up between her fingers on the back of the kid's cigarette ash burning a hole in
He'll
the back
be
of the little baby's
fine.
head. He'll be fine. Yeah. Lucky strike.
That's what Philip Morris.
Call for Philip. They actually took out all of the Philip Morris advertisements because I Love Lucy was almost exclusively sponsored by
Yeah.
Philip Morris. That's
I
why they're
got that.
always smoking on that show.
Yeah, my mother used to smoke Territons. And
Oh.
I remember
They don't even make those anymore, dude.
I don't know. I remember like when I was 9 or 10, coming home from school, my mother would on her day off would be out there suntanning, and she'd give me money. Go, give me a couple bags of cigarettes. I'm like, okay. I literally walked to the gas station, and like, hey, my mom needs some cigarettes. Oh, what kind?
Okay.
She needs those kind of Territons.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then no questions asked. You hand over the
Yeah.
money. You walk out with cigarettes.
I remember doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Virginia Slim
Listen.
Menthol Ultra Light 100s.
My mom, yeah, same. Used to smoke the same stuff.
I'm just saying that Hollywood could take tips from 1920s, 1930s women's beauty secrets because they're fucking horror filmmakers right there.
Yeah,
my
no
God.
kidding. I mean, look at this. I wonder why there weren't as many lumpy liver lickers back then, because this was like a sneak preview of what it would be like.
Yeah. And listen, putting fruit or cucumbers or whatever on your face is nothing new. They've
No.
been doing that since
That's old school.
ancient times.
An ankle competition.
All right.
Okay.
Shocker. Before the invention of sunscreen in the 40s, bathers wore garments like this freckle-proof cape to protect themselves from the sun.
Casper the Lady Ghost.
Wow.
Yeah. Now with polka dots.
Yeah. You've heard of Islam? This is Jislam. 10th century
Oh, yeah.
Chinese tradition, foot binding. Oh, that's one of the worst.
Oh, this
That
is
is-
terrible shit.
That is so
Oh.
messed up.
I don't know why they find that attractive.
Look,
That is
look at that one on the
nasty.
right there. Look at those toes.
I
and
know,
all
that is
It's
so
gotta be
jacked.
just excruciating.
Oof. Traditional Japanese sign of beauty from the 17th to 19th centuries: black teeth.
Yep,
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of nasty.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
I always love it when my woman looks like she's just giving a blowjob to a squid. Really makes you ink, don't it?
Oh,
God. Very punny.
It's pretty good, man. Pretty good.
there.
You see what I did there? Oh, my dad jokes. Everybody loves my dad.
Is that the end?
That's the end of that
Oh
one.
my
Yeah.
God, all right.
Thank
But
God.
I mean, we know what this obsession with beauty gets these ladies because we've shown it to you on this stream. Sepsis after a breast implant exploded. Now I'm back and ready for Pride. Oh God!
What the fuck?
I'm sorry that there is no amount of plastic surgery in the world that is going to undo the genetic horror that you have inflicted upon your own being.
She's got a face like an
Is that a
anteater.
she? Well, they said pride, so you don't know if it's a she or a he.
True.
I will never understand these women transplanting a baboon's anus where their mouth is supposed to be.
Right.
I don't get it. I don't
This
get
is
it.
like pre-AI, where
But
it's
this is
just
giving me a
artificial.
horrible flashback of the One Tit Wonder episode.
Well, yeah, this is the chick whose tit literally exploded, and we had to show it on New Tech because we couldn't show it on YouTube.
Oh, so
It was literally just a deflated flesh sack with a huge hole where the nipple used to be, and it was all compressed inside. Like a
God.
basketball that was left out all winter, and then you bring it in and it's just caved. Like, it was so disturbing.
Oh, yeah.
I did not need that.
No,
Look at that simp.
Simp, yeah. Oh, I like my soccer. Because that's not a gay sport or anything.
Yeah,
Kickball.
facts.
Bunch of dudes diving for the deck, pretending to be injured, fighting over their balls. That's not
Yeah.
gay.
So this person is, but it was the fans and the LGBTQ plus community that were there to support us.
Support them for their woes. Oh, of course, she identifies as pansexual. So you're literally not part of the alphabet community. You just want to be for clout.
Pretty much.
Right.
The loose gay butt twerking queer in America community.
Well, that's essentially what all of these newfangled bullshit genders are.
Yes.
It's, well, you're special, and you get special privileges and rights, and you get to riot without being arrested. I want to be special too.
There you
I'll
go.
be pansexual.
So how about
No
we just
shit.
add another
Oh, I got one for you.
another letter?
What do you got?
I got one for you. Colorado, our wonderful Jared Pole smoker, Jared Polis, he just passed a law that now if you're transgender and you committed a felony, it's okay now for transgender people to change their names. Very cool.
Literally making
Awesome
it
job.
easier for them to duck law enforcement and avoid consequences for their actions. I read about that.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're being genocided if I, refuse to call you sir
Yeah.
when I know you were born with a vagine.
Yeah. Listen, I have a hard time lying,
Yeah.
and I'm certainly not going to play pretend because you have a mental illness.
No, I refuse.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't tell a schizophrenic that the aliens were real either.
Correct. That's beyond me. Like, if
That's what they're asking you to do.
this is violence
they
if you
are.
misgender me. This is violence if you use you're dead naming me. It's violence.
You're dead. Okay. Well,
Go.
would you like to experience
yourself.
actual violence?
Well, I
we
mean,
can compare and contrast.
Yeah.
It's
at
just like when
some
I raise
point-
my voice a little bit, or I speak to my son in a level tone, and he's like, "You're yelling at me." I was like, "Would you like a sample of yelling?"
I
And then he shrinks back.
I do the same thing. I'm like, I'm using command voice here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not yelling.
It's like-
I can yell at you if you want.
Yeah, like I'm leveling with you. Okay, that's a trick women love to do. "Oh, you're yelling at me." No. If I was yelling at you,
You would know.
you would know it, and you wouldn't need to be in the room to hear it.
That's just
Mhm.
a gaslighting attempt to keep you docile.
Yes, that's really all that is.
I've had some women in the past when I'd be like, "Hey, get moving! You don't have to yell at me." Why are you not running? Move!
I've actually asked a couple of them, well, why when I ask nicely do you not respond? And then when I'm a dick, you do. It's
Yeah.
There you go. Well, that's what happens. That's
kind of answered your own question.
they bitch and moan, whine, complain out of both sets of lips,
That's right.
and then they continue to reward the behavior that they hate.
The complainer squared.
Yep. It's like, stop rewarding bad behavior with free poon, and maybe it'll stop. You ever think of that? Just
Sounds
saying.
like a lot of common sense, though.
Which is not, it's not common anymore.
They
It's
go through that
exceptional
bad
sense.
boy
It's called
phase.
exceptional sense.
He's a good woman. Well, that eliminates you from the equation.
Right.
Hey-o!
You know how many times I heard
Oh.
that? Well, if you just get a good woman, you'll mellow out. I'm like,
Oh my God.
what are you talking about? Well, Pop, you're a little edgy. Sometimes you're hard to take. You're so intense. Like, what? What do you fucking mean? See, that's exactly it. Yeah, whatever.
Son of a bitch!
Tongue dart a butthole, man.
I like it.
Just not built for the modern day.
Just
No.
nasty.
I'm
You have
not-
to go
I'm
around
not.
and bite your tongue.
And
Gotta
I've
bite
had
your tongue.
officers like come into my office and shut the door and go, Sergeant Pop, you're the kind of NCO that should be like kept in a glass case with the sign that says break in case of war. I'm like, open the door, get out of my office. Every NCO should be exactly as I am, because then we would win fucking wars instead of, protracted losing.
Stalemating. Because it's not really about winning or losing. It's about padding the pockets of a deep state.
Like if I was
It's really
if I
hard.
was the guy running
Right.
Vietnam back in the day, I would have bombed the North into a parking lot, and that would have been it.
There you go.
And people are like, well, that's so mean. I'm like, war is not nice,
War is not nice.
and it should be waged in such a horrific manner that people will actually want to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so sad that since 2020, hindsight is no longer 2020.
No,
You
no,
notice
it's
that?
it's 10-15.
People are really like, they're willfully turning their back on Japan's war crimes now to try to hold the U.S. I mean, do we need to drop 2 nukes on them? Absolutely fucking
no,
not.
don't get me.
But
don't-
do not get anyone started on Japan's war crimes from World War II,
Oh,
because
don't-
there's one
oh.
hell of a long list.
listen,
Yeah.
man. I'm very brutal
The
about this.
Japanese, you need to apologize.
No, no.
A formal
You know
apology
what I
was
would've-
issued decades ago.
You know what I've done in Japan? I would have had us drop all 6 of our atomic bombs. And then I would say, okay, are you going to surrender? If I got any static, I would remove every major city, blockade the entire island for 6 years, and it would cease to exist. They were so I literally have done a lot of research on what they did in China.
Yeah.
Holy
It
shit.
was reprehensible.
It was
Yeah.
Shit,
war
they were-
crimes from the private to the generals.
It's like the Soviets and the Nazis were nothing
Yeah.
compared to what
Yeah.
the Japanese
And,
Imperial
like,
Army
you know,
did.
When Germany fell and what the Soviets did to the German citizens, they're like, oh, that was terrible. I'm like, well, the Germans kind of did it first. So
Yeah. The Russians experienced more casualties than any other country.
because they
Yeah.
fight stupid.
They do fight stupid.
yeah, they fight stupid. I got it.
But I'm just saying there had to be people on the other side ready to do the killing.
Yes.
And there was primarily the Germans.
But there was islands during Japan's island hopping campaign. They just exterminated the people
Yeah.
there.
Sorry, we went off in the
no,
weeds
it's all
there.
good.
No.
But I will say, even in current year, but like you can go back less than a year, and modern 304s are willfully ignorant to their own treachery, even when it's repeated back to them verbatim. This has been a huge request. Drizzle. Here we go. So listen to these guys talk. All right, the soft guy era thing. Okay,
Uh-huh.
listen to this guy talk, and then tell me if you've ever heard such shenanigans
Something
out of a
similar.
modern woman.
When I go on dates, the woman has to pay because I'm expensive. And here's the boy math behind it. First off, anywhere we go, I'm showing up in a $90,000 Jaguar. That's $90K. $1,000 Valentino shoes. That's $91. $500 Salvatore Ferragamo belt. That's $91.5. Depending on where we go, if it's outdoor, this is a $3,000 Etro jacket. If it's indoor, like a nice restaurant, because you better take me somewhere nice, this is a $5,000 custom bespoke Burberry suit. That makes it $96,500. This is $400 cologne. That's basically $97,000. Then if you get lucky because you're nice to me, Drizzle, if you treat me right and behave on the date, you say funny things, and you pay for that date, Drizzle, you might be able to come back here and I'll play piano for you. This piano is $12,000. That's $119,000 for our date already. Plus the piano lessons were another $20,000. That is $139,000. And that's just for you, baby girl. If you want me to enjoy this date, so you have a chance at a second date, if you want me to be able to tolerate you breathing my air and not embarrass me, I had to get $15,000 of therapy because of everything that women have done to men. Drizzle. That puts us at $154,000. And if you cannot afford me on that date, just leave your Birkin bag on the table when you pay the check. How did you think I got these? Drizzle King, stay up.
Damn.
Listen, I can't tell you how many times I've looked through TikTok videos where women say virtually the same shit.
Exactly.
This shit ain't
Exactly the same shit.
nails.
Yeah, they think that
hair.
cheap press-on nails, stupid weaves, skincare products, that like the clothes that they would have bought anyway if you weren't taking them out, is some sort of investment on their part into you. And so you have to bring more and more money to the table because you got to make it worth my time.
Yep. Or you got to pay for a babysitter, pay for the Uber to bring them there.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
take
yeah.
them home.
And you need to have takeout meals for all my kids from Bastard Dad. You don't, you know, because I know my worth now.
To add to that, as I've said on my own shows, they were flown out and blown out to get most of the stuff they have. And if you don't know what I mean by that, they were taken out on cruises by guys 3 times their age in some cases to do weird, nasty shit on a weekend cruise where they're actually miserable and crying, but they got the Louis Vuitton bag at the end of it. So there you go.
Yep.
That's what they're telling you their worth is. Yeah.
And when they're young, they love going out with those older dudes. But when all of a sudden they're 30 and those dudes aren't calling anymore, then those older dudes become creeps.
They're
You notice
pedos.
that? Oh yeah, they're pedos. Yeah, but Cher can date a dude that's literally less than half her age, and you go queen.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here with this drizzle thing, because the original idea came from this walking pile of makeup named Shara 7. She goes by.
But she didn't use. She did sprinkle.
Yeah, she did the sprinkle. Well, this is where it originally stems from, though. It's the sprinkle thing. She was the creator of the soft girl era.
Yep.
I shouldn't have to do anything for you to earn your money, to earn your resources, to earn your time, because I've already done it. I mean, look at me.
Yeah.
And when you just look at the titles of her videos.
That's narcissism 101.
And you know that this is a woman who doesn't even believe the shit that comes out of her own mouth.
Well, this woman looks like she's in her late 30s, early 40s.
She's got to be in her 40s. She is covered in makeup in every single video that she's in. She is married to the poor unfortunate soul.
Oh my God.
But you look at this here. How to make him jealous, how to get your man to give you money, improve yourself, then get a better man. So basically telling women, well, yeah, go out with this guy, use his money to improve yourself, and then cheat on him with another one.
Well, that's where you came up with the term first husband or starter husband.
Yep.
So, gentlemen, this is something I actually shared the other day on the social medias. Women want older man equals preference. Man wants a younger woman equals predator. This is a woman's point of view on things. Woman doesn't date broke men equals preference. Men don't date single mothers, immature. Women want dominant, preference. Man wants submissive, misogyny. Women set boundaries, empowering. Men set boundaries, controlling.
Yep.
There it is. Bam.
That's modern dating in a nutshell. Rules for thee, none for me.
That's exactly it.
And they claim that it's about equality, and
also, okay.
You're lucky we just want equality and not revenge. Yeah, you all think it's going to be like the Hunger Games when the shit hits the fan, but really you're going to be putting on the beauty care products with the gimp mask and sucking as much dick as you possibly can, because that's what you have to offer.
Just think of all the hoops that a man has to jump through today.
Yeah.
All right. Well, one, you have to be gifted with good looks. You have to be gifted with good genetics, 6 feet or higher. All right. Then you have to bust your ass to get in shape, bust your ass to get one of those high-paying jobs, to get rewarded with a woman who's probably fat, more than likely, blown out, ran through, doesn't know how to actually maintain her half of the relationship, because that's exactly what's going to happen. They literally think they show up with the hole, get the pole, and it's all going to, work out.
Show up with the hole to get the pole.
They show up at the hole to get the pole and then secure the bag and then go fag.
Yep.
I mean, come on. I'm serious.
It reminds me of the Patrice O'Neill stand-up before he died. God rest his soul. Hilarious.
I love
dude.
that guy's work, man.
He was actually, telling these ladies in the office. He was asking them sincerely, like, if you were in some sort of an accident where you could no longer, use the slot C to pleasure your man, what would you do for him? And they're all just, well, I'll suck his dick, give him this, I'll give him the butthole, blah, 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 blah. Like, y'all just reduced yourself to a set of holes. Not one of you said, learn a skill, figure out a way to, bring something else, a personality to the table,
bring
cook
actual
meals.
tangible value.
Yeah. Women are like, oh, you just see it as a set of holes because you see yourselves as a set of holes.
I will overlook a lot of stuff for good cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, there's truth to that. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
A man does not become a top-tier hog slayer without having a stomach for good food.
Yes.
Bottom line, if she cooks, if she takes care of the fucking home, if she does things, back rub, stuff like that, hey, you've already got better than most women out there.
She can cook. If she can cook, I will work.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is.
I mean, the fact that, like Jeffrey Paul, he's met my wife one time, had 2 meals of her chicken and dumplings, and he still would just be like, dude, I've been craving that chicken and dumplings, bro.
Listen, man, your wife, literally, her cooking is the equivalent of crack.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. You're a lucky dude, man.
And she's from Texas, so she can do the authentic Tex-Mex. She can do the Southern barbecue cooking.
I can't tell how many times she calls me up and goes, yeah, we're bringing over food.
Yep.
You fucker.
Like 2 weeks ago, I come over, and I was like, you want some lasagna? He's like, fuck yeah, I want some lasagna. So I got homemade lasagna, and he's like, what's this on top? I was like, that's homemade banana pudding. He's like, fuck you, bro. Like, you don't want it? Of course I'm going to eat it. Just not going to enjoy it.
Shit was good, man. I'm just telling you.
Dude, the freaking vanilla wafers that go in the banana pudding now are like $7 a fucking box?
Yep.
What?
That is stupid.
No way.
The name brand Nabisco one. $7 for a damn box of vanilla wafers.
That is unbelievable.
Shit.
Heart-wrenching.
Fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah.
God.
Damn.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Yeah.
Moron.
Yep.
Oh, man. So I have 3 of these shared courtesy of, I believe it was Cake Hammer. And there's another one from this guy. This is hilarious.
Kings, this girl sends me a message, says, hey, handsome, how's your day? So I send her a message back, not a good day. She's like, oh no, what's wrong? I'm like, I was day trading, took the long position in DJT, lost $25,000. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you make it back. I instantly hit her with a block. First of all, I'm in my soft year. I'm not day trading to lose money. If you find out that I lost $25,000 in the stock market, I better see you put that $25,000 back in my brokerage. Drizzle. If you can't put it in my brokerage account, Zell me the money right now. Drizzle. Second, I should not have had to tell you that I was having a bad day. You should be able to feel my energy, Drizzle. If I manifested you because I don't chase, I attract, you should know already how I'm feeling before you send me that text message, Drizzle. And strike 3, don't even start, hey, handsome, or any of that BS. Do not start my day with the message without first sending me a Cash App notification that there's funds in my account. If you wanted to, you would. If you want me in your life, you would. If you don't, someone else will. No more brokies in 2024.
Drizzle means I'm too broke to make it rain.
And the funny thing is, even though this is clearly satire, this dude is literally
it's driving women crazy.
He's taking other soft girl era videos and just gender swapping them and delivering them as a dude. These women are going nuts, including the sprinkle chick.
It's comedy.
Like,
gold.
Amazing.
It just doesn't roll off the tongue like that. You don't even know that they're making fun of you. That's how stupid the modern 304 is.
Hang on. Well, I would say, yes, I guess technically they are mocking these women, but you have to understand, if somebody mocks you or the behaviors you're doing and you get mad, you're doing something wrong.
Guess who the real problem is?
Yeah, you are the problem.
If you are getting a dose of your own medicine and you don't like it,
there you go.
Maybe shut down the pharmacy for a while. All right.
Yes.
Karma taught me some lessons.
Yeah.
43, I've definitely had some shit revisit me and made me say, Wow.
Yeah.
I was an asshole earlier on.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah.
Yep, correct.
Admitting when you're wrong is actually one of the most mature things that anyone can do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when you live in a Western civilization that has basically it has subsidized a culture of zero accountability, but only if you toe the line.
Yeah.
This is what you get.
Yep.
You get people who have a complete and utter lack of self-awareness because they've never had to look inward.
And that takes away any ability to find a purpose.
Yeah.
So
And that's why they're so mentally weak and easily manipulated.
Well, first of all, there are so many women out there that literally have no purpose other than what they were, conditioned to believe that they want.
Yeah.
Like I want to have the career. I want to have the bag. I want to do this. I want to do that. And all feminism has done is take a bunch of women and turn them into third string players.
Yep.
And what happens to third string players? They get put out on the scrub D. They get fucking broken. And then they get sent down to the minor leagues. Or maybe you get a couple that are okay and you just trade them up for a better player. But you're not, the third string is not a way to win the game. You're literally a tackling dummy for the 8s, 9s, and 10s out there.
There you go.
And that's it. I mean, the frustration that comes along with a lot of these women when they're feminist thinkings, I literally can't tolerate it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. That's why I don't even date anymore. I don't even try.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Well, just think about some of the mainline arguments that modern ladies make, and then you can see why they'll never be satisfied or happy.
Well,
and why they have to glom onto a victim mentality that tells them nothing is ever their fault. Because you've got these chicks entering OnlyFans and selling feet pics while they're still in high school. And what is the line?
God.
Sex work is real work. You should give money to your friends who are sex workers and just not look at their stuff because they shouldn't have to be subjected to the male gaze.
What?
Okay.
Wait
So let me get this straight. Sex work is real work, stunning and brave. You should give it your money, but don't look.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to worry about the male gaze in media at all. And yet, if you didn't have the male gaze, most of you would be in poverty.
And here's another.
The modern woman wants to bitch, whine, and complain about being objectified. Yet the same group of modern women have done nothing but minimize themselves down to nothing but a sex object. That is all they're worth. Yeah. All they're worth.
Yeah. And guess what? Those holes stop getting the poles right around 32.
Yep.
Most dudes, all the guys I know my age, like, they won't even look at women older than 45.
There's most of the time, there's not much to look at.
No.
Yeah. I'm 43. I'll be 44 this year. And my considering the situation that I had, and then just now it's like I'll rather wait on the economic collapse, the reversal of feminism, and a nice 22-year-old.
No, listen,
You're not gonna have to wait long.
These women, when they get older, they might have looked good in their youth, but they walk up to the ugly tree and scrape their face on it. Yep. And the sap sticks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some nerd speak here because I've noticed something. Evil people in general, George Lucas actually visualized this in Star Wars. Evil people seem to age rapidly, right? You see this in politicians especially, but you also see it in some of the most vile women. They start off as 8s, 9s, whatever, 10 is a preference, but 8s and 9s, and they hit that wall and they just sink. But a lot of their behavior that led to that wall, I think, also contributes a factor to that as well. I don't think it's just, aging. I think there's a level of, let's say, evil, for lack of a better term, that causes them to hit the wall hardest.
You can see it, and it's. I'm not even trying to be funny or derogatory. Take adult entertainers, for seriousness, but you can see that, hard life. You can see it in the faces.
They age out really fast for a
wrinkles in the
reason.
face, scowl in the like permanent scowl. You know, it's just it is what it is.
Well, there's resting bitch face, and then for porn actresses, they have resting dick face.
Yeah,
pupils permanently dilated.
They spend so much time in this position. Their mouth,
exactly,
butthole at rest.
I'm not paying for that TMJ copay.
I think I said the same thing about Julianne Moore when I did my Toxic Male episode, like during COVID, because I was bored and I had this freaking thing. It was the celebrities who were talking about taking responsibility for police violence against the blacks. Not that blacks ever perpetrate any violence against police.
No.
Conspiracy theory. And I ripped Julianne Moore apart because she was making face, and all of a sudden she went like this, and every line around her mouth, her mouth looked like an asshole.
That's right. There's only two things that cause that.
Yes,
over smoking and over
dickyitis.
Yeah, over slurping the. I guess you can say the yogurt slinger.
Yeah.
The one-eyed wonder worm.
Yeah.
Well, when you have like excessive tanning, tobacco, wine, and dick for like 25 years, you're gonna look like Leatherface.
She's lactose intolerant.
So basically, what you're saying, you go from 18 to hag in about 8 to 12 years.
Exactly.
Yeah. I noticed that too when I got out of high school. Some of these women at my 10-year reunion looked like they aged 30 years.
I know.
Like,
and they drink themselves into a stupor thinking it's going to roll the odometer back to when they were 18.
Yeah, like at my 20 year, I had a couple come up and start talking to me. I'm like, okay, listen, when we went to high school, I was invisible. Why don't we just keep that dynamic rolling? And I just walk away.
Good, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember going to my 10-year reunion. I walked in there, and like half of the dudes who were way like the popular guys, beer guts, bald, fat, they're just like lumbering
How
around.
sad is that you peak in high school?
I'm up at the bar, and the chicks who used to ignore me are like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hi."
Yeah.
White Russian, please.
If you peaked in high school, you fucked up. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that's right. Like, me and my buddy Pete, we went to the 3rd year, and literally we're like. And I'm like, hey man, we could literally like kick everyone's ass in here. He goes, we probably could, but we'd have to be back to back. There's a lot of guys in here. Literally, I'm looking at these dudes who were like the captain of the football team, Mr. Wrestler. I'm like, dude.
I look at the chicks and I'm like, dude, it's like Tales from the Crypt in here.
I know. Like I'm like, I will walk through these people like a goddamn daydream. It's like fighting a mob of babies. Of course, that didn't happen.
No.
I had a couple, a couple shots of mellow out.
No entries on the beat on site list present at the 30 year.
No, I pretty well. There was a couple guys I didn't see, but most of those people I have moved them to the from the beat on site list to I'm going to mock you forever list.
Nice.
Now, I've seen the same thing, and Pop, you can probably attest to it. I knew a lot of guys back in the day, car club, where I was near Fort Carson, so 18 to 23-ish. These guys were all fit, skinny dudes. Most of them were 4th ID, right? Those are the guys I hung out with doing car club stuff. Decades later, now I'm 37 now, a lot of the guys I knew back then that were in the best shape of their life while they were in the military, these guys are like fucking 300 pounds now. I don't know what the fuck happened.
It happens. Like when I was 226, I walked into the bathroom, and this is like 2.5 years ago. I walk in and I look over and I'm like,
I have moobs.
Popster has moobs.
I need to get rid of them.
And Bad Pop is like, well, that's going to change.
Yep.
And Evil Pop from the box is like, fuck that. And so we have a majority agreement. Moobs will go away.
Yep.
Right.
Bye-bye.
It was painful, but I did it.
You got to do what you got to do. Speaking of mockery, if you guys want the total history on the soft guy era, it is available on redonkulas.com in the sources for this stream. It breaks everything down right here. Soft guy era, Drizzle, originally coined by Scarface Mark and Lil Goody on TikTok. and it's just kind of gone off the
Dude.
chain since then.
I'm probably going to do a layer on this.
Oh yeah,
It's
I think
great.
Yeah.
Oh,
It needs to happen.
Yep. And this guy flat out admits that this was reverse psychology, because this is the video right here on the left that started the whole thing, where he broke up with his girlfriend of 5 years, even though there was nothing wrong with her.
Uh-huh.
You know, she's perfect, da 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 da. But you know, I think I can do better. It's the same shit women say all the time.
God.
And this was the follow-up video, and it's just as funny.
You can't hear.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I gotta mute it.
And I literally have no complaints about her. Like, she was perfect, right?
Y'all, the reverse psychology works like to perfection. Chefs. So you see when their queen says it, right? It's, oh yeah, sister. Yeah, you do your
You
thing.
can do better.
sis." But let a man say the exact same thing a woman says, it's a problem. All hell breaks loose.
Yep.
Totally right.
That's
and
Yeah.
since it's a black guy, if you call him a misogynist, he can say they're racist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, as we all know, the anti-racists are the first ones to whip out the N-word as soon as somebody strays from the
Shit.
plantation.
It's just getting all the special interest groups to you just throw in a little thing and just watch them all fight.
Listen, man.
all these news comments claim that guys like me, who cannot stand Kanye West's music, were just racist. All of a sudden, as soon as he came out as a Trump supporter, oh, Kanye West is what happens when Negroes don't read.
Yeah.
On MSNBC.
Now, listen. This is
Wow.
what I say. I don't care a phobe.
Yeah.
I literally,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
No shit's given.
So what, comma, I don't care.
There you go.
And I've said that many times over the past half decade, and people like freak out because I don't care.
There's nothing wrong with not caring.
Like, for instance, an individual in my old circle decides he's going to become a woman, right? And literally, like, they call me up, like, hey, we're all getting together, we're going to have dinner. And I'm like, well, is Mr. Duality there? I'm like, are you there? I'm like, well, then I'm not going. Fuck that.
No. I'm not going to play pretend.
Don't you think that's kind of harsh?
No.
I'm like, no, I don't give a shit. And they like, what? You don't care? I'm like, no, I don't.
Okay.
I don't give a shit, fuck, or a damn. I will not exchange anything on the exchange rate for a shit, fuck, or a damn for this thing. And I literally don't care. And they all got like really pissed at me. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'll talk to you never again.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Nice.
I wouldn't subject myself to that shit. It's just like if my kid were to come up to me with a red dish towel around his shoulders and tell me he could fly, I wouldn't be like, yeah, go try that.
No. I'd be like, well, as long as you're on.
Well, it's essentially what these people are doing. They're coming into the kitchen with a dish towel around their neck and telling you they can fly, and you're going, well, you know what's best.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I believe, didn't we? We had a whole rash.
Go
of
argue with
individuals in the 60s, 70s, and early 80s who got whacked out on PCP and thought they could fly and literally jumped to their deaths. Like hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Gravity always works. And it's not the fall that gets you. It's the argument with physics at the end.
True story.
And it doesn't give a shit about your beliefs or feelings.
There was a guy in China a few years ago. He was like a parkour dude.
Oh.
And some company paid him a bunch of yen to go and do pull-ups
Oh, yeah, I saw
on the
that.
side of a skyscraper.
And he died.
Yup.
And as soon as he got down to full extension, he realized he couldn't get back up. Didn't bring a spotter.
No.
Didn't have a rope.
Didn't rig anything in case he fell, and he fell to his death.
Yeah, that was 147 floors or something.
And I think his family got 67,000 yen for their grievances.
Yeah, that's
It's like, well, no, your son, I'm sorry to say, but your son was a fucking dumbass.
That's like $1,200. That's like nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man alive. Actually, unalived.
Well, there's a lot.
Unalive.
There's a lot of people who do that who wind up either getting maimed, killed, or severely injured.
I mean, if you really, really got to get that parkour fix, just watch District B13. Okay.
Or The Office.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah. And I'm sure you can get away with it a few times.
But only a few.
Yeah, you're not getting away with it every time.
Jail.
You can only roll the dice so many times before you crap out.
Yeah.
That's right.
Speaking of which,
It
if you
is
guys
what it
haven't
is.
seen District B13, fucking awesome.
What is that about?
I've not seen that.
like that's one of the first examples of parkour actually making it to a French film.
Oh, it's French film.
Written by Robert Mark Kamen and Luc Besson. You know, they've been collaborating on shit since like The Fifth Element, the great creative team. And there were 2 of these movies. Both of them are basically equals, but the stunt work is fantastic.
No, but it's made by a bunch of surrender monkeys. I don't know.
It's still a great flick.
Okay. Do I have to read it?
You watch Hollywood movies made by pedos. You can watch a French movie made by surrender monkeys.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
It's almost a thug life right there.
All right, you guys want to read some chats?
Yeah,
We'll take a quick piss break here. All right. L Snow says, Rhino, which Colorado congressional district do you live in?
Believe I'm in the 3rd, sir, which is like all of like the half that wants to leave, basically. So.
Nice.
All right.
And he also says, Blake, please play the theme song from the Blue Oyster Bar.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yes.
I hate this. Oh, you bastard!
That's awesome.
I kill you, man.
Wait, how did you get this? Like, is this real footage? Did you actually do this dance?
Yes, he did.
In front of a green screen.
Yeah, we did a green screen.
That is
I had no
fantastic.
idea he was going to add this shit to it.
These are the same rotoscopes from Boxed Wine and Catland. I just took it and I put an actual cruise ship behind it.
Because you know what?
I love it.
I am a dick by choice. El Snow says, guys, whatever happened to Chief Kick-a-Bitch? Honestly,
We don't know.
No one knows. I have written to his hey, would you blow me email. I have written to his personal email. I have not heard back.
I hope he's okay.
I know that he was in the hospital with COVID pneumonia months ago. I'm praying that he's okay.
Yeah.
At this point, I have no idea.
Yeah, we don't know.
But if anybody out there does, have a word of him, please let us know. Daniel Wheeler, you guys see that President Flashbang is proposing a 45% capital gains tax?
Yes.
Yep.
No way he wins a legitimate election. Well, he didn't win the last time.
He did not win the last one either.
No.
That's really, really ain't upsetting.
I mean, you know damn well that no one in their right mind would vote for half of the shit these people are passing, claiming to represent their constituents.
Yeah, I'm getting sick and tired of all of the fucking taxes.
The vast majority of this country does not support financing Ukraine, Israel, none of it.
Yes.
Well,
And
that
they
type
keep
of-
doing it.
That people like that, I mean, that usually goes to venture capital or like reinvest into businesses and startups and stuff like that. Or like even there's people that do like their own trading and whatnot. It's
Yep. What do you mean? What
more irritable than the bowels.
Dung is fun says, take me out with the vacuum cleaner sound. Do I have a vacuum cleaner sound?
I don't think
Do
we-
you?
No, I don't.
You have the closest one is the printer.
Yeah, I got the dot matrix printer. There you go.
That'll work.
Mighty Mouse Malibu. Oh, damn it, Blake. I was trying to eat pizza, you bastard. Oh, you don't like cream cheese yeast on your pizza?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
My
come
bad.
on.
What?
That is disgusting,
Come
man.
on, man.
And it's feta
Every
cheese.
time you say that, I get the visual of cream cheese with chives.
Doug is
Stop
fun
it.
says, cottage cheese cootie juice. Put that on toast. Ah. Squeeze it out of that central hole in that everything
Stop
bagel.
it.
Ah, god damn it. Oh,
It's like you got an everything bagel from Wawa.
I'm starting to get the nauseous quiver lip.
I can visualize it. That's the problem.
That's my problem too.
Oh, just wait till later. Alex Patino, to be fair, in the 1940s, smokes didn't have all the artificial chemicals, so they weren't that bad for you. That's
Well, here's the thing with tobacco. Back in the day, most people would work all day, come home, eat dinner, and then have a pipe or two full of tobacco before they went to bed. At that level, it's really harmless.
Yeah.
But when you have a cigarette and you've got to smoke one every 15 to 20 minutes throughout the day for decades, then it becomes a real big problem.
Yep. Chain smoking bastards.
Because, well, first of all, the tobacco use, when back then they looked at it as a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But any good thing, when it has too much of it, becomes a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's why we talked about the first half of the show, these women reconditioning their whistle sacks,
Mm-hmm.
because they took sex, which is a good thing, and they
Weaponized it.
Absolutely nuts with it and turned their your downstairs mix up into the Arby's takeout window. You don't need that aggravation.
Okay, we're gonna have to go with the big fuck off. I still couldn't believe when you said that to that poor lady at the McDonald's just because they didn't have breakfast at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I know. You're like, man, that's mean.
That was mean. I got him.
We just drove off.
A little excessive, but all right.
I don't even feel like that's excessive. That's acceptable.
I said something like, yeah, okay, well, have a big fuck off. And
The dollar menu in my ass.
I wanted a goddamn egg McMuffin.
I've done similar, so
just go to Tim Hortons, man. It's the same shit.
It's not
I
the
want
same.
my McGriddle.
Hey, man.
It's not the same.
It's Canadian.
Fucking
They're
Tim
surrender
Hortons.
monkeys too. And they vote for Castro's spawn.
Tim Hortons.
Well, the Canadians are
sucks.
worse. I think they're quitters and surrender monkeys.
There you go.
What do I know?
They also speak French. There
you go.
Yeah, ho, ho, hee, hee. My name is Croissant. Deadly Raver. Oh, yeah. The platoon has now encountered Drizzle. Let the chaos and comedy ensue.
Oh, yeah.
The ladies are going to hate this as much as I'm going to love it. 304s are facing the weapon they made, and they can't handle it.
304.
Even when
Here's
it's
the door.
satire, they can't handle it.
They're gonna hate it just as much as they hate a man enjoying himself.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hate.
Why is
I
that?
don't. There's a man over there enjoying peace and quiet.
Go fuck it up.
This
Listen.
sounds like a job for Wonder Tits.
He's absolutely correct. When I was married, I would play like those real-time strategy video games.
Yeah.
And my now ex-wife would just get furious.
You got to mow the grass. We got to redo the roof. Yeah. Whoa. Wah.
I'm like, it's Thursday at 10 o'clock. I'm going to play this game for maybe 90 minutes, then I'm going to sleep. Shut the fuck
up. Yes. Yes.
Like, my wife is awesome. Like, literally a couple days ago, I was, like just going, working my ass off. And then she's like, have you gamed today? I was like, no. She's like,
Nice.
30 minutes before bed. And then she went upstairs to leave me alone. I was like, I fucking love you.
Even my
Most of them don't
daughters.
do that.
I used to play, I still play War Thunder. I love that game. And I'm over there playing War Thunder, and like, oh, he's playing that stupid tank game again. I'm like, hey, there's tactics here. I gotta use the terrain features. I gotta maneuver so I don't die. This is actually quite challenging. And they're
That's
like,
right.
yeah, sure.
And these weapons are gay cruise approved. They're giant and fat.
Or before all, like, I buy all the swords, right? They would come over like, oh, look, he bought more swords. I'm like, yeah, I bought swords because I like work and I have money and I take Ambien. Shut up.
There you go.
I take Ambien with 2 shots of Jack.
Yeah.
I know it's not recommended,
No,
but this is my life.
I actually quit doing that because that was getting kind of dangerous.
It's bad, right? This is
Well,
bad.
when you tell your doctor you're like your whole like pre-sleeping regimen, he looks at you to
You're
face.
going
and
to
goes,
die.
You're going to die.
Yeah.
You might want to back it up a little bit. 'cause-
Just a little bit.
Yeah, he's like 40 some odd years in the doctor industry, and he's like, "You're gonna die there."
And backing up, and then you dropped weight like a fucking stone, man.
Yeah. There you go. So it's a win-win.
knows?
Your liver loves you, and you lost weight.
Yeah, I did.
I'm
And
not sure
actually,
about that. It's like we're just now back on speaking terms.
Well, I just had a physical last week, and I just looked at all my blood work. The only thing that's out of range is the same cholesterol shit I've had my entire life.
Oh yeah.
Good for you.
A lot of that stuff is genetic,
It's genetic. Yeah.
but
Is
there's
it,
also love of pizza.
your
Mexican.
LDL, I imagine, was a little high or something.
Well, and then they sent me in there to get that with contrast MRI for your heart,
Right.
and I came back and like, well, you're in the 40th or 50th percentile for blockage. And I look at my doctor, I go, I'm quite disappointed. He looks at me like, what? I go, I thought I wanted it to be worse because I'm on the 65 and out plan. You're fucking up my entire plan. He literally's got his book. And he's like, I wish I had more patience like you.
We're gonna have to adjust that figure to the 69 and out plan,
I don't know.
which is the same plan I was on in college.
More
Oh.
like
Actually, I was more on the 68 and out plan, which is where they go down on me and I owe them one.
yeah. It's more like the 72 and a half and out plan, maybe. I don't know.
72 is 3 fingers up your ass. You really want to live that long?
Actually, no, but I have no choice.
Then you'll really need the butt donut.
I'm not gonna. Oh shit!
All right, we got I just want I told to save this we're not worthy until the message is complete, but MGTOW Mando threw us a $200 donation.
Holy
over
shit.
on
Go to
Rumble.
Susie
Holy
McCarley.
shit.
Susie McCarley on Cash.
Susan McCarley as well on Cash App tossed us a big donation, and
Yeah.
he wants to thank. He said, "Short thanks. This contribution is to say thank you for the humor and the logic that you guys provide on a weekly basis. In the time since I've exited active duty, you guys have helped me to ease back into civilian life and remember who I am when not in uniform. I hope you
Fuck
two
yes, sir.
get a nice dinner or something similar.
Thank
Might
you.
get Pop a bottle of Wild Turkey Rare Breed, just so he can take one taste of it and then go, fuck you, man."
Why do I do that?
I'm just back on speaking terms with my liver.
Oh,
and now we're gonna fight.
now check this out. This is off script here. One of my best buds had to have surgery, had lung cancer surgery yesterday.
Mm.
So, after the show on Tuesday, I shut everything down, jump in my car, drive like 3 hours up north to get him, just to turn around, drive all the way back down here to the U of M hospital. Wait around all goddamn day. They say, well, the operation will take about 3 hours, 4 hours tops. He was on the table for 5+ hours. So I'm a little upset. So finally he gets done. He's in the recovery area. And I'm pestering the person at the desk. I'm like, hey, I need to see him. Like, well, they're going to move him to another room. I'm like, no, I don't need that answer. Did you not hear me say I need to see him? He's like, okay. So he gets on the phone and like, yeah. They walk me back there. And I had everyone fucking cracking up. Because as soon as I walk through the door, I'm like, hey, faggot! Are you still sucking air? And like, the nurses will look at me. I'm walking there. I walk up and slap him on the foot. They get done sucking out your fucking lungs and shit. Are you okay? He had this fucking shit on his head. And like, you can literally, and I hear like these two women behind a curtain, like maybe 20 feet away. And it's like, oh, those guys are veterans. That's how they talk to each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
correct.
That's exactly how it went. And we have to do a comedy skit where I say shit and
just subtitle it at the bottom.
And then subtitle it into civilianese, what it means.
Civilianese. Yeah. We could call it that, civilianese.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Pop, I have a question for you because I just thought about it. Have you tried that grenade hot sauce I sent you yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, you got to try that out.
Listen, man.
Oh, yeah, it's over there.
That's all I need is more time on the toilet with a water can.
Listen.
Correct,
take one for the team. And just try out the sauce.
All right. Okay.
Thank you. Fear the syrup. And then another 200. Holy shit from Suze McCarley, because you guys fucking rock. Not as much as you, Suze. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So this goes for both of you.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
And then we just had two pop in last minute over on YouTube before we make the jump over to new tech. So get ready to make the jump because we got some hilarious shit coming your way. Trust me. Ex-Destiny Gunblade says, did you hear Amaranth wants to make and sell a vag wine? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we heard that. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be caught dead drinking that. That guy says, thank you for answering my email today, Pop. I appreciate it, and I will think about what you said.
Cool.
Best of luck to you, sir. Keep us posted.
I spend about 2 hours a day responding to emails and comments on Rumble and YouTube. Mostly YouTube, though.
Yeah, that's where most of the comments come in.
And then, if you guys are on Subscribestar, Gibson, Bro, and Odyssey, I respond to those as well. My problem is this. We have Subscribestar, and we have a lot of people on there, but the money keeps going down and down. So I don't know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with Subscribe.
I know the economy's shit, so I got it. But
I was going to say I have the answer for you.
Yeah.
So that's how things go.
Economy's in the toilet.
Yeah, I got it. But
when you run a show that survives on the generosity of others having disposable income, and Joe Biden is your duly elected president, there's not going to be as much of that to go around.
Hey, Biden, this one's for you.
Yeah.
There
you go.
Like, and we operate on like a shoestring budget, which is reinforced with a toothpick with maybe a little bit of duct tape.
That's about right. Yeah.
That's it right there.
Yep. Like pretty soon here, we're going to be taking this streaming equipment and moving it into the dining room. And literally, like, it's not going to be like a huge production or anything. We're just literally moving things around that are already here just because Dave's way the shit over there.
But
I have to have extension cords just to get his headset over.
I have
to
the
him.
fire extinguisher for my burning ring of
Hey,
fire.
man.
Oh, that's important.
You got
Yeah.
that.
I'll make sure you have plenty of crayons to eat.
Fucking
E-
crayons,
excellent,
don't make it
excellent.
think
Dave's
right.
got like the best setup of all of us. He's got the doorway there for a quick escape. He's got the fire extinguisher. He's got that all.
Now I just have to teach him the rule of thirds, so he doesn't look like he's watching the fucking live stream from a whack-a-mole machine.
Right.
You know, I do wonder. I'm just gonna say it. I've kind of wondered like what people's take are. Like it's like thinking like, where is this fucking guy? Where's he streaming from?
He must be the size of Danny DeVito. Look at him.
Well, you know, you are a 17th level tech wizard, so it does bother you.
I do like that you snuck in a photography reference there. That was good.
All good, man.
Not bad, not bad.
All right. I want to thank everybody for sticking with us here until the end of the main portion of the stream, but we still have super chats and a hell of a lot of funny videos coming down. We have 26 different fucked
Hey,
up and
and
funny
before
super
we
chats
leave,
for
let's
tonight.
put the link to the Rumble show in the
Yes.
chat so people can see it and they can join us.
Oh, absolutely. Jimmy, if you're in the chat, and I know you are because you had a hilarious comment before we even started, go ahead and start pasting those links in there. We're going to take a piss break for the next 5 minutes. Say goodbye to YouTube, but YouTube, don't say bye to us. Follow us on over. You know, just imagine we're the butterface chick at the bar and you need a slump buster, okay? So when she walks you to the dumb dumpster, you follow, but you wrap your tool.
Don't
Hey,
be a fool.
At 10,
Exactly.
she's a 2, but at 2,
Because
she's a
At 10. Or wait.
Yeah, a 10 at 2 is a, or a
Yeah,
2
yeah,
at
yeah.
10 is a 10 at 2. Yeah, there you go.
yeah, 'cause
That one.
herpes. Don't be a fool.
Herpagonus syphilis.
All right.
All right, guys. Enjoy the Jeffrey Paul tunes. We'll see you on New Tech in 5.